Hey everyone! I really wanted to decorate an apartment inspired by the Pantone color of the year, which is called Mocha Mousse. They describe it as a warm and rich brown that reminds us of chocolate and coffee, and that is related to our desire for comfort. So I really wanted this to be a very kind of high-end apartment. I wanted it to be a luxury space, and so it's a relatively large apartment, but I only made it a 2-bedroom apartment. So because I really wanted there to be lots of open space, and even if it has a semi-closed floor plan, I really wanted these spaces to feel very open. And I actually got the wallpapers to be really close to this color. And I also wanted to mix in some pinks. And surprisingly, I also got yellow accents in one of the rooms. But when I saw this color for the first time, I was reminded of these Home Chef Hustle counters and cabinets. It isn't exactly a brown color. I think this one is more of a pink. But I think that brown color is almost a pink color, if that makes sense. So I thought that it would be very nice with this, and I got a whole coffee area. I really like making coffee nooks or including coffee in my kitchens, but this is half the kitchen is just coffee and pastries. I wanted these themes to be really into coffee and maybe baking and, desserts and stuff. So I really made sure to have a lot of the kitchen space be dedicated to that. And I also really liked adding these beautiful glass shelves. They are from Modern Lux. It's like a dark silver and it looks kind of warm to me. So I really like that, but I also got some gold accents in other spaces. And I was very surprised at how flexible and versatile this color was. And I also really liked adding this cocoa tray. This came in an update recently for the holidays, and it had a swatch that was that pink that I was going for. And you will see more of that in some of the other spaces. I also got a few different browns in here because, of course, we do not have that much control over exactly which swatch of brown we get. But also I think that this color is supposed to be more of a suggestion or one of the colors that you will use mixed in with other colors. I'm actually going to be linking down the website where Pantone talks about this color because they have some really beautiful different color palettes and that kind of thing, which I thought could be used for inspiration for different projects such as designing a space, but also I think they would be very interesting for fashion, and I really want to make a CAS video dressing as him in these kind of colors. That video might actually come out before this one, so I will make sure to link this video in that one and vice versa. But here in the living room, I wanted to use this leather furniture. I decided to go with this leather couch from the Desert Lux Kit and one from City Living. I thought about using the large one, but I didn't like it. It was too big and weird, but I remember that we have a love seat and also dining room chairs, so I decided to go for those chairs, which I think I have never used. And since I had so much space, I thought that it would be nice to have a rocking chair as well. And this space has a bunch of plants, which I thought was really fun. I think that this pampas grass has that texture that I was looking for and the right colors, because I really wanted to have different shades of brown and a few pinks. So I also made sure to have the pink vase on that plant from Jungle Adventure, also on this vase from Horse French, which again is a very natural material, so I really like that. And that's also why I got this coffee table from the Desert Lux Kit. I sized it down so that I could have it next to this other coffee table from Tiny Living, and I got a tray with a book and a mug so that you could have some hot chocolate or coffee there, because I just thought that this could be like a cozy luxury space. Of course, it has these very, very tall ceilings, and I always think that these are hard to decorate, but I made sure to get these like big things on the wall so that we have this artwork and these wooden slats and also a really big plant. And I think that this really worked well. Also, this wallpaper that I got on these other walls with the arches, I think that one comes really, really close to this Mocha Mousse color that we were going for. And I also wanted to have a pendant light here above the dining room table. And also I really struggled with how to decorate this space between those arches. I really like that divider, so I got it in one of the rooms. It has a swirly pattern with the exact right color, so I was very excited to use that somewhere else. And I ended up just using this plant from Lovestruck, which is so big that I had to size it down. But I really liked the pot that it was on, and it really looked like one of those grand pieces that you could have in one of these luxury spaces. And I decided to do the bathroom first because I wanted to have this arch where I had intended it to be. So I made this custom shower, and I am using a toilet from Seasons and a sink from Jungle Adventure, which had these sort of like stone or concrete materials, and I felt that this complemented this brown concrete really well. And then we're going to be moving on into this entryway where I wanted to have the side table from the Desert Lux kit again. Because that kit has some really nice brown colors, and I really like this sort of side table. I don't think it's classed as a side table. I think you have to go into the surfaces category, the displays category. But I really want to have some clutter in there, some shoes, some umbrellas. And I also added a cell phone because Pantone and Motorola have this partnership in which they made this color available on a few of their devices. So I thought that it was kind of a fun nod to that. Kind of an Easter egg. I don't even know if anyone would have noticed that. Anyway, this is the second bedroom, but it is the first one that we're going to be decorating, and I picked out these beds. One is from Growing Together and the other one is from Snow Escape, and this is the one that we're going to be using in this room. I really like that divider, and it matches with this wood tone that I'm going to be using also from Dream Home Decorator, and I really liked that these wardrobes have this gold accent. I did use a gold accent in a few of these places, and I also wanted to let you know that I did playtest this build. However, there is one thing that doesn't really work, and it's that divider. It does block the way slightly. I was able to rotate it in a way that it wouldn't, so you can make it work, but since I had to go out of build mode to playtest that, when I went back into build mode, I couldn't move things around without like deleting some of my clutter, so I decided to post it like this, which I am sorry about, but it's an easy thing to fix, and you could also get rid of it, so I don't know, put something else in there, if you wanted to, and yeah, I decided I could live with it, so sorry about that. Anyway, on this side, I really wanted to have a chair. It just felt like that corner was great for that, and also I wanted to get a yoga mat because this color is about comfort and balance and harmony, so I felt that that was a nice item to have in here. And I also got these curtains. They are the same ones that I was using in the living room, and I really liked how I was able to make the window look a bit bigger and take up more of that corner. I thought that really worked. And I also moved around these hanging plants so that it wouldn't conflict with a mirror or anything. And yeah, I really like that room. I think it's very nice. And I was thinking that it was the room that belonged to the designer. So now we're going to be working on the office part of this build. I like that this is sort of an open room. It is a bit weird that from the outside you see the easel that I ended up adding in here. So I do think that's a bit strange, especially since I did add these beautiful bookshelves and I added some clutter into them, and I think that they are the nicer wall in here because the easel is just an easel. It doesn't look very neat or very fancy. But I really did want to have the symmetry with the arches, and you don't really have a door that matches these archways, so yeah, I decided to live with it. And I also have a desk with a computer and also that new tablet, the one from the Artist Studio kit. I added a bit of the clutter from that kit because it felt correct. I also got a chair that's from the base game actually, and I really like that pink swatch it has. And then I got a journal, and this pen is from Debug actually. I think it's a very nice pen. I always struggle a little bit with decorating desks because I feel like there's not enough desk clutter. So I did add that like pen and pencil holder, and also this you find it in debug. It's from the base game and it has it's like a display for crystals. I mostly added that because I liked how it had the colors that I was using in there. But this is going to be the primary bedroom, and actually I was having a bit of trouble using this bed, but then I changed the swatch, and now that it has that little bit of yellow, that actually really helped because I used some yellow accents in here, which I was surprised by. I wasn't expecting to have that as a color in here because I really wanted to use mostly some other browns, maybe some creamy colors, lots of light pink. But I really liked how this yellow worked. You will see how I had added that chair from For Rent, and it actually has a swatch with a yellow cushion. I also changed it because I wasn't going to be using the same wood tone that I had originally. So it really worked well with that. Also, these paintings from Snowy Escape, I really loved the yellow on this one. I think it's such a nice painting. And I also added the one that has the matcha, so I think that maybe this is the sim that is obsessed with coffee. It would be a bit funny if they were just a barista because of how expensive this apartment is. But maybe they own a cafe, so that would make a little bit more sense. Maybe they have several cafes, I don't know. But yeah, this is the wood tone that I decided to go with, and I really liked also how that plant has the gold on it. And then I decided to grab this rug from Horse Ranch, and it has both the pink and the yellow, which made me very happy. And I also think that this mirror looks very cute in here. I also got those wall planters from Lovestruck, and I also decided to get an extra window because it was bothering me. But now this is going to be the final room. This is the ensuite bathroom. I really like this one. It is way bigger than most of my bathrooms are, but I really liked how that made it feel so luxurious and expensive. I think that this bathtub, it looks kind of expensive, and I really like how it has that base. Also, I really liked that it looks like it's made of stone, so it has some texture, which was something that I was trying to get everywhere in this build. Also, I think that mural is so nice. It's one of those that you can paint with city living. The downside of it is that it is going to fade, so it is necessary to kind of restore it. So that's not ideal, but I think it's also really nice. You could probably also find it on the gallery if you search for it, so maybe you could replace it like that. But yeah, I think it's so nice. It makes this room look less... Since it doesn't have a window, I think that that really helps it because of how tall these walls are. But then on this side, I got the toilet from Seasons and these things from Jungle Adventure. Also, this side table from the Desert Lux kit obviously matches the flooring and the wallpaper, which is kind of a concrete texture. I really like the color of it, and also I felt that it matched everything else that I was adding in here. I also got some cluttering in this space. I think that the plant from Life and Death is very nice. I like the texture of it and the colors of it. Also, it does really look pretty expensive. And I also felt that scones from Seasons really helped. And in case I haven't mentioned this, you can find this on the gallery. My ID is Veronio. And I will also have the link for this apartment in the description. Thank you so very much for watching. I hope that you enjoyed this video and let me know what you think about this color. I ended up being very much a fan of it. And I have already posted that other video where I am dressing up a sim in similar colors, so check that out if you're interested. That is also going to be in the description. And yeah, I hope to see you again soon. Bye everyone!